If you would be so kind as to touch this, the rune on it. I just need to make sure of something.
Alright, I touch it.
As you do, your own rune starts to glow red, and you recall the face of this particular warforged, or rather you recall the rune like a fingerprint. This is Siege, one of the overseers, the mouth of the edict, almost like a priest of a sort, like he communed to the warforged, telling what the edict command during the war. And you recall like the last moment with him, where he told you to go to hibernation mode and he would awake you again when he knew more, because the edict had fallen silent unexpectedly. And that is also one of the last things you can recall before venturing into this chamber where you initiated the hibernation mode. And then the room stops again. Again, all of this takes like the shortest amount of time.
The hell was that?
And then in your head, you hear a voice you haven't heard in like millennia. It's the edict. It's weak. It's like almost like, you know, a radio when it's like with white noise. And she tells you,
find him, collect him, and combine him. The edict shall rise again.
Something I also forgot to mention, as you recall. You also recall now who you fought against in the war. It was, again, you can't recall the name of the army, but you recall that it was consisted primarily of ogres and hobgoblins and goblins and stuff like that, trolls on one side, and you and some other organics on the other side. Primarily dwarves and elves.
Right.
Is it true? It's not dead, right?
He seems to be deactivated, at least until reassembly.
Yes, I suspected as much. Again, I have seen quite a lot of your kind, and this one stood out.
Me?
How so?
In the fact that I could sense a sort of life, but not truly, like an ember.
I see.
If you don't mind me asking, I've always understood it as such that warforged were incredibly rare. How have you seen so many?
Come along. And then he guides you up the tower. And there you see...
Now keep going like...
Again, if you follow him,
Yep.
you see upstairs, you see some like pieces of warforged. And you also see that he's tried to combine one again, but has been succeeded in bringing it back to life.
By the ancestors.
All of this was found inside the tower when I arrived. I tried to reanimate them, but to no avail. I wanted to ask them what happened during the war, but their voices are no longer here among us.
Unfortunately, the edict is weak in my mind at the moment.
You heard the edict?
I have been hibernating for quite a while.
Yes, the war was about 3,000 years ago, so...
However, upon reassembling Siege, I believe it would be quite a boost to my memory.
That sounds very good. I'll make some inquiry. See if I can find him again. And you're of course more than welcome to visit me if you find any news regarding this siege, you said?
Certainly.
Well, goody. So then, about this gold
My
dragon.
good wizard. My good wizard.
Yes.
Yeah, this is...
My name is Espen Goldscale.
Oh, you're the dragon thing.
It is just the dragon, actually. But
Oh.
a lot of people get that confused.
Oh, you use it as a title? Oh, I just meant you were the spawn of a dragon.
It's but as my partner companions have probably told you, we are looking for my my great grandsire. Do you have any idea where he?
Yes, but they couldn't recall his name.
They couldn't.
But it was just on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
I don't
And
recall you
I
ever
sort of
telling
I
me.
busy myself with something else somewhere else. Ooh, what's this over here then?
what was this? It is Gradrumanax, the great golden dragon.
Well, I do recall him. Sorry about him at least, but it's thousand years old.
That's dragons for you.
He was in the story. He was seen in Everjourn.
In where?
Everjourn. It's placed in the Draconian Empire, near Dragon King's Rest and Upper Creek. In the story, he apparently saved the villagers from a cruel tyrant who had turned out to be a black dragon.
That That very much sounds like, yeah.
But I do not know if the story is authentic. Again, it was one told to me when I was a wee boy.
Well, it is more to go on than I came with. We had a bit of a snafu with our travel. I was supposed to go to one of the major cities and ask at the university, but this is a good place to start.
Now, you said you heard the story when you were a child.
Yes.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you exactly?
I am turning 666 next spring.
It's quite demonic, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so it could be...
I feel incredibly young.
Again, the story was 1,000 years old when I heard it first time. But dragons do live quite a long time.
So at least we have something to go on now.
I suppose Everdren would be...
What?
I suppose we should just go to Everdren then.
Yeah.
Well, we have a thing to do first.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously not right now, but...
We have Operation Tankard Terror, and
I like that.
and then we. I've been waiting for so long. Thank you very much for.
No, it's me who should thank you. I found out that my ideas about this warforged still being alive is true.
Yes,
I've been pondering for hundreds of years now.
Yes, it's all terribly exciting about the warforged.
Indeed.
Young wizard.
Yes.
This, I recall this city being larger before my hibernation. What happened to it?
Oh, Fallengar. Well, I'm afraid I do not know a lot. I only know that this tower was present in Fallengar. I believe it was a casualty of the war, so to speak.
I see.
Does that mean that the name for this city used to be Fallengar?
Indeed.
Is there any relation to your name?
Fallengar. Other than the same syllables, no. Language is weird like that. Again, they don't have the same root of origin.
Oh, alright, I'm just checking.
So to understand this correctly, you are too young to remember the fate of the city.
Indeed.
I see.
The city was gone already at the beginning of the Hex Wars, and that was 1,000 years ago.
Very well.
Thank you very much for your service. Do we have? We might return if we.
You're more than welcome.
And of course, if you find any of the scrolls or information you were looking for, we will.
I will kick up. Oh no.
We don't know about that. You weren't there.
If you discover the
No,
location,
but obviously I'm agreeing with you.
if you discover the location of any more parts of Siege,
I will send message to you.
Please respond at Dragons of Mirth. P.O. Box.
And Gmail, right way again.
Okay.
Okay, let us.
How did the meeting with the mayor go?
Oh, it went well. I met a Lord Damon Kowalski who's traveling the world in accordance to. I'm assuming I'm saying this while we're walking. Yeah, he's traveling the world in honor of the memory of his late wife, and I handed the mayor a letter for my father, which she will then expand upon, just saying how she would distribute the funds he could send her, and
I just wanted
also the mayor's half-orc, which was.
Okay.
Am I being a dick here? Was that surprising, or am I just being a dick? You're almost a dick, so. I really couldn't see.
But can we trust the mayor and the authorities to actually distribute the funds like they're saying, or I mean, can we be sure that they might? Would they just keep it for themselves?
We can check. I think the best we can do is trust them for now. Check up on the distribution of the wealth later.
So we have to stay around for.
We could
come back.
We could perhaps ally ourselves with the brewmaster. He might be able, or Holgrim.
Ah, yeah. Well, they could certainly contact us if they're being fucked over.
Yeah, exactly.
Or we could, in any case, ask Warbo to keep an eye on them, because I'm pretty sure he owes us a favor at this point.
Well, that's a good point.
True.
I like that.
So we have different options for keeping tabs.
We don't have to stay here at all.
I just don't want to.
So we're going after Operation Tankard Terror. Are Are we going straight for Everjoy?
Let's do one thing at a time.
How did your meeting with the... you wanted to ask the wizard?
Yeah, I did.
The wizard of here?
I'm just going to visit some kind of Arcanum University. And there are loads of them anywhere, so there might even be one in Everjoy. Who knows?
Now, Everjoy was to the south.
It was quite far south.
But so was Mabelcade.
It was. So we might as well stop there.
I mean, most things to the south, I guess.
Yeah, we're pretty far north. We're at the northern coast.
I mean, right, by stars.
As far as the north goes.
That's about it. He asked for a bit of, I mean, any information we can dig up about the tower itself. He would be very interested in, and also he was interested in ancient scrolls from before the time of mists.
Before the time of mists.
Whatever that means.
You know that there's 5,000 years prior to the timeline you are in.
That is a long fucking time with a mist.
That would be
the mist.
balls old scrolls.
Maybe even stone slabs.
This will be okay now.
So I mean, if we come across anything, I guess that'd be as with
from the old man.
I picked up something, but I'll have to save up for the materials to actually write it into to actually learn it.
Oh, how much do you need?
I need another 30 gold to be able to scribe the spell into my spell book.
Oh, I can definitely front you that.
No, that'd be really nice. Thank you. Yeah. I'll write that down. So
there's also a chance I may be able to communicate with an archfey, and I mean, if nothing else, she might be able to guide us in the right direction of a golden dragon. I mean,
true.
It certainly can't help to have some kind of astral knowledge.
No.
Are there anything else we want to do before Operation Tank of Terror?
I can't immediately think of anything. I mean, I'd just like to describe my spell and to just practice that a little bit, and that's about it.
Yes.
Other things that people want to do individually during the next day that we can just get away.
I'd like to at some point try to find a solitary place in a nearby forest and try to see if I can meditate and communicate.
Make an Arcana check.
Nope.
You have advantage.
But I'm not gonna use it like this.
What? Now's the fucking time, right?
Yeah, now's the time to do it.
But wouldn't it be better to use it in a battle?
Oh, give a shit. We'll be fine.
We'll be fine. We've got lots of things.
I'm saving it for later.
Again, how high or low did you roll?
10.
The only thing you hear as you try to communicate is just a female voice saying, "Not yet."
Oh. This isn't the time to use me yet. Oak?
Oak.
Are you a boy or are you a girl?
And then when you get back up, you notice that there's like white frost around you again, and just evaporates again.
Well, this is cool. So yeah, I'll just go home and wait for Operation Barrel Roll.
That's nice.
Also kind of like that.
Back at the inn?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sort of...
Operation Meet Me at Toothspire.
A candle falls down.
I'm just noting 3 candles.
Yeah.
One chandelier.
Yeah, one chandelier.
Espen.
Yeah.
Now, I've said that I'm willing to aid you in your mission. And I stand by my word. However, I feel like perhaps there should be some form of documentation of this. I mean, I think an oath is a strong word, but perhaps some sort of, legally
binding contract.
I'd be willing to sign it, but I need to be both assured that that I will be reasonably compensated for my work.
Yeah, that sounds like
upon finding your grandpapa.
That sounds like a very good idea. I can draft something up.
Do I have any experience in lawyering?
Gold grandpapa.
Lawyering?
Lawyering? Because I don't think
based on your backstory,
no lawyering.
Not really. No. Okay.
You might be rolling an intelligence check to see if you just know common things about.
Do they have a courthouse here?
We can
Leia is basically the judge.
Yeah, so would that be possible to sort of I can't speak for the others, but I'd certainly like that.
Well, it can't hurt.
Actually, that might be. I might actually want that as well, just in.
Oh, definitely, it would be for your benefit as well.
Yeah. That sounds like a very good idea. I can write something up immediately. I know a bit of. I know a bit of that. I should be able to. Yeah.
I definitely need to read through this contract.
Yeah. Should we just wait until the morning?
I think so.
Okay. Anything else people want to do before setting off?
No.
Day breaks. The wagon is prepared and ready. There are a couple of empty caskets. Not large enough for like average sized people.
I get in one.
The provision is moved from the large box near the seats of the coachman into some of the barrels, because then there's room for the warforged. And the horse is dragged along. And
I like to make sure that that there's not any actual beer in there.
They're dry as a desert.
Alright, okay, well now I definitely feel that we should put some sort of liquid in it, just in case we're checked or something. I mean, I think it would be... I just don't want them to find out that when we're not who we say we are because they check the barrels, or something happens that makes them think that they're just suddenly empty.
Rumors ask if you want like a keg of real ale or something, or just...
Water would be absolutely fine. I feel like there's no point in being fought over.
Again, he has one of the servants fill up a keg.
And is there 1 or 2 horses?
There's, again, given the size of people, there's 2.
Okay, are they nice?
Ja.
I'm just sort of...
Jeg kan ikke det engelske udtryk, men frem som et lam. Buttercup and clover.
Can we do sort of a Mad Max type thing where he drives and I just play it?
that would make... They might put them off the scent if you were just sort of strumming along on something. That might sort of ease them out a little bit.
You could roll a performance check.
Oh god, that went terrible last time. So let's see. 17 plus 6. We don't see it all. 30.
It sounds really good. Again, and the horses seems to like it. Like, I would like all the people who have a clear view, i.e. not inside boxes or caskets, to roll initiative. And also make room on the map.
Yeah. Oh my god, yes! Yes!
Yes, Martin.
No, but why are there bones?
Oh, you'll find out.
For the listener, Martin has just sort of placed a sort of a... I don't even know how to explain it. It's sort of it's cellophane, but it's sort of over the map, so it's fancy and shit.
Yeah,
it's great fancy.
Supposed to line up with the X's.
And you hear this sound.
It's an owlbear.
Who's in boxes?
Me.
They are.
Those 2. Yeah.
Oh.
Ja, I ruller også, fordi I skal også sådan brød ud og så videre. I kan høre brød. So again, everybody hears this, and you also hear the horses whining like...
Buttercup and Clover. I don't know any horse lingo, alright?
How are you trying to calm them down?
I'll play again. that thing.
Okay, Bannon, try to roll a performance.
Ooh, 22.
Yes, it works. They seem to come back. Again, they don't want to approach down there, but they stop in their tracks.
Okay.
Then it's the owlbear's turn.
No, what do you do? Alright, guys!
It's the owlbear's turn.
So it will try to approach Aspen.
The dragon has no fear of owls or bears or combinations.
First it tries to strike you down with its claw, doesn't hit. Then it tries to bite you with its beak. And that will be 18 versus AC.
That hits.
10 damage.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yes. Jace, what are you gonna do?
Just gonna look
Sleep.
at the spells. Not yet. Okay, so I think I'll be hitting it with a fairy fire, since everyone else from me on is going to have a shot at the thing.
Yeah.
So you have to make a dex saving throw.
Yes, I'm gonna try to do that. That's gonna be 6. It's struck down by this magical fire and it starts to glow. What color does it glow?
Which would a phase usually be? Is that greenish or
green, I believe.
Yeah,
but maybe blue, since you have a frost-based.
Yeah, okay. We say an icy blue.
Yeah, an icy blue.
Yeah, so basically everyone who hits it gets combat advantage.
Cool.
It has the color of a cold winter morning.
Then it's yes.
Alright, I must stab him. And I had advantage on advantage.
Yes.
14.
That hits.
Ah!
So how does combat advantage work again? I almost
roll 2 die and take the higher number.
Okay. Yeah.
Disadvantage is the roll 2 times, take the lower.
Okay. That is a big plus.
Yes.
13 points of damage.
Oh. Whoa!
Here's the question. Can I do action search and just hit him again?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna do action search and I'm gonna hit him again. Because the dragon has no fear of owlbears or combinations of magical animals. I hit him again.
Yes.
Because I rolled the same thing. 8 points of damage.
Yes.
Damage.
Fenian, inside this barrel you hear like...
But also,
An owlbear! And also, ow! It bit me with its beak!
What's it going to take for me to get out of this box? Is it
That depends how tightly did we seal it?
Did we?
I don't like. Did we seal it?
That depends who closed the casket.
You did!
I did.
Okay,
I'm not a fucking idiot, so I didn't nail it in place. I slid it in place.
Yeah. Okay, I'll say use a third of your movement to just get up of the barrel.
I thought I was moving, so I still got 30 left.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
no worries.
Fucking idiots.
As you move, you need to make an acrobatics to get up from the barrel.
24.
Again, basically you jump up and then each of your feet are placed on each side of the barrel.
Whoa! I demand applause. And I will move 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes?
And I will attack it with my staff. Staff do.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have an advantage.
Yes, we do. Because we can
all
have it.
four.
What's the advantage hit? Yeah, that's 20.
That's 4. 4 damage, yes.
And I would like to use a key point
Yes.
and use my bonus attack to do 2 unarmed strike against it.
No, this is key.
Yes, the first is
AI.
fail. And the second is a 16.
That hits. Okay.
Brothers.
Yes.
Jeppy. Hvis du er færdig.
Jeg er færdig. Jeg er helt færdig.
Jeppy.
Jeg bliver igen. That's a bold strategy, Gordon. Let's see if it pays off.
Okay.
This is feel like home now.
I live here now.
Ødelægge vores taktiske fordel over banditterne senere. Hvis de nu...
Alright, so are you done?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm standing right next to the owlbear.
Yes.
But I'm sort of above it because I'm on the wagon.
You're about at the height of the owlbear.
Right, so it'll get an attack of opportunity if I try to move away.
Yeah, especially because we are boxes behind you, horses in front.
Okay. Then I would like. Can I see any sort of? Can I see a stone nearby that weighs somewhere between 1 and 5 pounds?
Yes, you find one quite near the stoop.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'd like to use catapult on it.
Yes.
Where I move an object that weighs what I said in a straight line.
That one.
Exactly, directly towards the owlbear, and it has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. It rolls a 4 in total.
And then I roll some amount, 3d8.
Of damage?
Mm-hmm.
God damn, son.
7, 9, and 15 points of bludgeoning damage to the owlbear.
It doesn't like that a lot.
Ooh.
Is it like
Just slightly.
And then,
do that catapult thing?
after that happened, I will say, I'll shout, Spark! And then I'm done.
Hannon, can we check, is the owlbear drunk? Has it been drinking all the meat? I mean, it is...
Yeah, you can make a check, a perception check.
Make a breathalyzer check. I have no idea.
It smells bad out of the mouth. That's about what you know.
Kan vi andre rulle lidt?
Yeah.
Alright. Perception check. 11.
It literally did not enter my mind.
That makes you the...
With an 11? You don't think so?
Vicious mockery.
Yes. Make it laugh.
Yeah. Nu skal jeg lige huske.
Given the fact that this be a 7 is not enough.
Nope, så jeg skruer 1 til 4. 3.
And it has
That-
disadvantage on its next attack. I don't.
Okay.
And then I'd like to use bonus action, which is my bardic inspiration, and I'd like to give it to Jace.
I rolled a 20 and an 18, so I guess I'm gonna hit the monk.
Oh, you're gonna hit the monk.
Hit the monk!
Don't get that
You're
up.
gonna hit the monk!
And I rolled...
Let's hit the monk!
Again, what's your base AC?
16.
16?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Well, then I don't hit you with the claw, only the might. And you take...
Come at me!
14 piercing damage as it
14?
bites into you.
I am now down to 1.
That is how it would work, yeah.
So whose turn is it?
Yours.
Oh, it's mine! Neat! Well, I think I'm gonna go with Eldritch Blast. which is 9 plus 4 from the charisma bonus, so that's 13.
And again, you see this warlock appearing from behind the owl there. It turns its head slightly and like lets out a little whoo, as this beam just pierces right through its skull.
That's how I
That's the elder right there.
That's the dead elf.
As always, the intro and outro music were by Szesztay, whereas the other pieces were by Kevin MacLeod. Links can be found in the description below. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, and we hope to see you again next time in Doraken.